This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and welcome to another edition of Edmonton Oilers discussion. Normally, this would be your pre-game preview. However, it's a 1 p.m. game, so you know what? Let's just build the excitement and talk some other stuff for right now that we have to get to that I didn't get to because I went to bed at like 8 o'clock last night. Yeah, trying to get that pre-game rest in, that's for sure. So, what I mean by the other stuff is obviously there was a ruling, if you didn't catch that, on that third round pick that the Oilers have to send to the Calgary Flames for Milan Lucic. And secondary to that, there is some news on an Oilers prospect who will be playing in Finland to start the year. And no, his name's not Jesse Puljujärvi. So, what you need to know on the conditional trade with the Flames, right? James Neal for Milan Lucic. But we sent a conditional third round pick in there, and the terms were James Neal had to score 21 and Lucic had to score 10 or less goals. There's a lot of math involved that at the end of the day comes down to regular season play and a full regular season. Well, we didn't get to see. Sorry, if you see my eyes just dart up on the TV screen, there is actual live, meaningful hockey games being played right now. I mean, they're on intermission between Carolina and New York, but still pretty cool to watch all that hard-hitting action they came out flying with. So, anyway, right, there was a lot of stuff based on regular season stats when it comes to James Neal and Milan Lucic. We got through the Oilers themselves with 71 games played. Stroman, Williams now scrapping on my TV. Oh god, this is Christmas in August. Happy August, by the way. Today is the first day of August. Forgot to mention that off the top, but right. So regular season stuff didn't get solved. So the NHL has had to step in when it comes to kind of all the conditional trades with picks and playoffs and regular season stats and all that. And according to Chris Johnson, this ruling from the NHL has come down as of 15 hours ago that the condition is in the July 2019 James Neal Milan Lucic trade. The Oilers will transfer their third round pick in either 2020 or 2021 to the Flames to complete the deal. And Edmonton has until the start of the third round in 2020 to decide which pick. And I don't know why you wouldn't say before the start of the draft in total, but third round, Ken Holland can take it right down to the wire to make his decision. However, Bob Stauffer seems to know the Oilers will be taking the 2020 pick and keeping it, and then giving the Flames the 2021 pick and recouping, in his words, a pick in 2021 for that third rounder going to Calgary. So that's kind of what you need to know. However, that third rounder in 2021, my friends, is going to be a beauty because, oh yes sirree, because it's going to be the 31st overall. Back-to-back? Too soon? Probably. Alright, probably jokes aside, I say probably, you just never know. 2020 has been a weird year. Let's get to the news on Markus Niemelainen, the Oilers prospect, of course, the 6'6", 190-pound kid that's been playing over there in the SM Liiga before Jesse Puljujärvi went over there. He's been there for 3 years. He's been assigned to Assat of the Finland's SM Liiga. And of course, you know what? He'll go in there and start the season there. I'm sure he won't finish the season there. I'm sure he'll end up in Bakersfield. What they're targeting around somewhere in December to start up the AHL season. So I imagine by then they will have Niemelainen come overseas, get into North America and start playing North American hockey, because Niemelainen is 22 years old and it's about time you start transitioning him to the NHL game. And it'll be interesting to see, of course, how that transition goes, as if I've got his stats last year, he had a goal and 6 assists on the blue line for Assat and 42 penalty minutes and a -6 rating in 55 games. He is a Liiga champion, of course, back in 18-19, so that's really to be expected for all of our European prospects. I would be shocked if we see any of them not loaned at this point to get them prepared for the start of the AHL season, right? They got to hit the ice at some time, and if you're tuning in from Canada or America, you know that Europe's had a lot better of a go handling this in most countries. Not all countries, right? Obviously, there's been some countries that have had a rough go, but it seems like they're a lot more on track and a lot more ahead of the curve than we are. So it would seem if we're loaning our prospects there. So that's what I'd expect is you'd see a lot of the prospects go over there. A guy not on the radar for a lot of people, but somebody that you should pay attention to is probably a guy named Ostap Safin, who will most likely be doing the exact same thing as Niemelainen is doing. I don't know. I guess we'll find out, but we'll figure it out, guys. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. There's hockey to get back to. There's a sharp-looking Marc-Andre Fleury commercial now. I'm going to head on out. I'm going to let you go. Game time in less than 2 hours from now. Woo! Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Dolynny TV. I'm up on out of here.